Guys, are you curious about Forex trading but have absolutely no idea where to start? Well, you're in luck, because in this video, I'm going to guide you through the basics to get you started in Forex trading and headed towards some success. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Forex trading, or otherwise known as foreign exchange trading, is simply the buying and selling of currencies in order to make a profit. Now, the Forex markets are one of the most active financial markets, with daily volume and transactions exceeding billions of dollars. So how does it all work, guys? Well, us, the retail trader, Forex trader, we try to predict, in accordance with our knowledge, which currency we believe may increase or decrease in value against another. And if we are correct with our prediction, we profit from that transaction. Why trade Forex? Well, quite obvious, to profit from it. The beauty of trading Forex is it's easily accessible, guys. All you need is an internet connection. You need to be joined to a broker so you can access a live account. Now, you can trade from your phone, but I don't recommend it. You're trading from a mobile device, and I would recommend at least using a laptop, or better yet, a PC. So it's easier to analyze a chart and to also execute the trades. But however, you can do it from your phone if need be. Also, the markets are 24/5, so they're open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, which again gives us ample of opportunity to get involved in the markets. And if you are busy a certain time of day, there are opportunities to trade because the markets are open 24 hours from Monday to Friday. Also, we can trade with borrowed money. We trade with leverage, so that is money from the broker itself. Now, the benefit of that is it can increase our profit, so we don't have to risk as much initially to have a better return. However, we do know that comes with added risk because the losses are potentially larger as well. So that's some of the benefits and why we trade Forex. So who trades Forex? And it all starts with the central banks. The central banks manage their country's currency, money supply, and interest rates. Next, we have the retail banks, who trade large volumes of currency on the interbank market. Next, we have the corporations, who transfer funds for imports, exports, or services. And finally, there's us, the retail trader. We aim to make profits from fluctuations within the markets. Now it's time to talk about Forex trading basics and how you can get started in 2025. If you could, make sure to hit the like button. I do stream live Monday to Friday, 6:40 a.m. UK time, and you'll learn a lot just from those live streams. I do look for trade setups. I do full explanations and full detail analysis. So if you have not done so, make sure to subscribe to the channel and watch me trade live from Monday to Friday. Anyway, guys, without further ado, what are some of the risks involved in Forex trading? And there are actual risk involved in trading. It's not all that it's made out to be by some of those, so-called gurus that you might follow on the different social media platforms that kind of portray Forex as to be one of those get-rich-quick schemes. The reality is, it's a grind. You need to commit time, effort on the daily in order to learn. And only once you've done so, you may start to see some steady and consistent results, and you may be able to financially benefit from it. So guys, some of the risks involved in Forex trading is a lot of the major currencies are traded with enormous volume. More particular, I'll focus on gold in this one. This is XAU USD. This is just some chart markups I have done for my members group. But as we can see, the markets aren't just standing still. The markets are constantly moving during high times of volume, around session opens. The main three are Tokyo, London, and New York. So often around those times, the session open itself, pre-session, or into the first half an hour or so, or hour, pretty much throughout, there's going to be volatility, a lot of money coming in and out of the market, so it can make it very unpredictable. Now, that is one major risk, but again, we can prepare ourselves by doing our own due diligence to make sure we have a plan and we react on that plan. Now, another risk involved is a lot of Forex trading is done on leverage. So what that means is we borrow the money from our broker in order to have a bigger position in the market. Now, sounds all well and good because, people with smaller accounts can think, well, maybe it's a way I can grow my account with that leverage, borrow money from the broker. However, what that also means is there is more risk of loss. So on the flip side, yes, you can make a bit more, but it also comes with added risk of more potential financial loss. So that is a very important thing to consider. You always need to manage risk. You always need to have a plan on how to manage risk. Now, how you go about that would depend on each individual. But for the most part, I recommend about 1 or 2% risk of your entire account per trade. Now, the other risk involved is just simply predicting the markets and predicting which way the markets will go. Even the most experienced of traders have trouble from time to time, and if you've done your analysis, it does not guarantee a thing. Each individual trade and scenario is different from the previous, so there are no guarantees. History doesn't always repeat, but it often rhymes. So we go through the left of the chart to look for previous patterns in price action at certain levels, and that is a way we can go about it in order to mitigate our risk, to give us greater probability of being correct. Another way of doing that is through journaling. So what that means is you take a record of each and every trade. So you can simply take a screenshot of your trade, and then you simply write the result, what happened, add a few text box if you like, and then you start to build up some data and trade history, and you can go off that. Now it becomes the exciting part where we actually open an account with a reputable broker. Very simple, guys, so don't stress it. A lot of people probably put off because they think it's a lot more difficult than what it actually is. And the broker I choose is IC Markets. Now, it's not a paid video, a sponsored video, so I don't get any benefit from you joining IC Markets. There's no link for you to click on down below, but I just recommend IC Markets. The spreads are really good for a scalper. That's what we need. I'll go into that a little bit more detail shortly. I do also recommend Wonder. Its customer service is second to none, but for scalping, I prefer IC Markets. And there are other good brokers out there, but guys, they're the two that I have had experience with. What we do is we're going to come across to the website here. We're going to click on start trading. Now we're CFD trading, by the way, guys. We're not investing in Aussie shares, so it's CFD trading, and obviously we're going to have to input our details, so we're going to have to do a bit of KYC here. You're probably going to have to upload or take a photo of your ID to send across to IC Markets. Now I'm under ASIC regulations, so we're a little bit more strict here. So anyway, what we're going to do is input all our details, and then once you've done it, you click continue, and once you've been KYC'd, we'll client login just here, and we're going to open a new demo account. Now it's very simple, guys. You've got the drop down box here. You can choose what platform you want to actually trade on. There's obviously C Trader, MT4, MT5. Just going to choose MT5 because it's what I'm familiar with. It's what I'm used to. We're going to choose our currency. So seeing I'm here in Oz, I choose AUD. Depending on where you are around the world, you can choose your local currency. Leverage, most I've got 1 to 30 here in Oz under ASIC regulations. That is more than enough, in all honesty, guys. Again, you don't need extra leverage. You don't want to over leverage. You don't want to get a margin call because you've risked too much on a particular trade. So 1 to 30 is plenty. Initial deposit, I mean, for this demo account, we're just going to choose 10K and we're going to click proceed. Now it's going to prompt us to open up our email where it's going to send us our login details for the account. In the meantime, what you should do if you've not already done so, you need to come over here to downloads and you're going to click download MT5. Again, you've got the option of using TradingView. You can trade directly on TradingView. I prefer MT5. Reason being is I like to use an EA toolkit. It just helps for me to manage the trades easier. So go and download MT5. I've already done that. And now what we'll do is pull up the IC Markets MetaTrader 5. So what you're going to have to do is go into your email. Obviously, you're going to have to input the details here. Once you've got the email, you're going to copy and paste the login details to our MetaTrader terminal. And we're going to click on file here. Once we've clicked on file, we're going to go to login to trade account. Now we're going to have to input the details. So you paste it into this login box. And we're also going to copy and paste the password as well from the email. So once we've done that, the server is IC Markets demo. We have opened up a demo account. It's got all the different options in accordance to whatever account you have chosen to open. And then click open. It will log into the server. It will take usually a moment or two. And we're in, guys. We've logged into our live demo account here. So what we can see is we've got our market watch terminal over here. Now we're ready to actually place a trade. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click. So we're going to hover over trading. We're going to click on new order here. Now there are different types of orders. We'll cover this in more detail in a later video. For the time being, we're just going to choose market execute, and that's going to enter you into a trade at the current price. We need to input the position size we want to have on the table for this particular trade, and something we can cover in a later video, how to actually determine your lot size. For this example, we're just going to have a 20-cent lot. Stop loss, we're just going to set that at 27.40. Again, it should be a technical level, and our TP for this example, we're just going to set at 27.47. And now what we do is going to buy it or sell it. Obviously, with my stop loss being below the current price, that means I'm looking to buy it. So I just click on buy, and we're in a trade, guys. Once you're in a trade, you can see the current position. You can close the trade quite easily by clicking on the X button. If you follow my cursor, you can modify the trade while you're in it. You can just click on modify position. You can determine what new levels you want your stop loss to be placed at. You can even move it to break even if you chose to. You can also determine what level you want to change your TP at as well. We'll talk about that again in a later video. So that's how simple it is, guys. We're just going to close it here. And we closed it in a tiny profit. You can right click on any of these pairs and just chart new window, and it'll pop up here on our screen. Now you can also modify the chart. I've modified it so it's white background. I think it's just easier to follow on MetaTrader. Also, you're going to find that some of these pairs might not be there at the beginning. So all you have to do is right click on show all, and that will show every single currency pair that this particular broker allows you to trade. I would recommend for beginners to start on a demo account just to familiarize yourself with the terminal, because you're going to make some silly errors to begin. You're going to do things such as open a sell position when you're looking to place a buy. When you go to modify a trade, you're going to make mistakes. So do familiarize yourself with the terminal. In a later video, I'll cover how simple it is to actually open and close and execute a trade. Also need to determine what style of trading resonates with you, whether that be swing trade, which is obviously trades that you hold for days, weeks, sometimes months. Intraday trades when you hold positions for the most part of a day. Scalping and micro scalping. So micro scalping is in and out within seconds a lot of time. I'm a scalper, so I'll look for small movements in the market. I'll go into a little bit more detail about that in a later video, but you need to determine what best suits you. I would recommend having a look at babypips.com. That is a website that will help you with basic terminology. Also help you with the trading basics, charting basics, how to analyze a chart, and also how to draw in your support resistance zones, things like that. So definitely start with babypips.com. Most importantly, watch me trade live on the daily, guys. Free education on the daily, Monday to Friday, 6:45 a.m. No better place to learn. I'm a very strict and disciplined rule-based trader, so you'll learn a lot just by watching me trade live Monday to Friday, guys. So make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. I will catch you on a live stream and in the next video. Cheers, guys. See you there.